And in the movie world, acclaimed filmmaker Kenneth Gyang believes the Nigerian movie industry is ready to pick up conscious stories like it was done during the pre-Nollywood era. Now, the filmmaker whose latest Netflix original, Oloture, focuses on human trafficking and the syndicate around it, recounts to Entertainment News and Channels Television the metamorphosis of the Nigerian film industry and how it's now ripe for the mainstream international audience.
Know that this is not the real you and you are only undercover.
Well, for me, when you look at the Nigerian film industry, it started with the colonial film unit back in the day, and so but everything was just about propaganda, and they were trying to just disseminate information, right? But then we had real filmmakers like Ola Balogun, and you had Eddie Goma and all of those greats, and they were making films, and they were making those films on celluloid. And I remember that we were in Brazil with Tunde Kelani in 2014, and it was a major film event about that involves the black community around the world. And the curator of that festival gave us a DVD of Ola Balogun's film, and apparently he used to film with Brazilian crew. So it's because like when we had Nigeria Airways, it's like 7 hours from here to just get to Rio de Janeiro, right? But then now you have to take maybe 18 hours. So it was very easy for us to collaborate. So I followed the films of people like that, and that was the level of Nigerian film industry. It was at that really international level. Then with structural adjustment program that happened because of what Ibrahim Babangida, the former president of Nigeria, introduced, it became very hard for people to shoot on celluloid because it's very expensive. Now, in 1992, we had a really big break with Living in Bondage, and of course we had the video film era, and so people started making home videos because it was too expensive to make films on celluloid. And of course, you look at the security situation again in the country, so people were just making films like that, and so a lot of people started making films, and they started making very good films, and so Nollywood got on the map. But then, if we're to tell ourselves the truth, is that we were not making films at the level of even other Francophone films, and of course European films, before you even talk about Hollywood. And so right now, so there's this a bit of disconnects, and this whole thing about, okay, we need to make sure that we get trained, and we need to make sure that we start making stories that will really cross. And so right now we've gone back to, with the coming of the cinemas, of course, I will say it was really championed back in the day by Silverbird, but then now we have, Film House, and we have Ebony Live, and so those cinemas. What actually happened was that we're now competing with Hollywood films, right? So we need to make films that will compete at that level in terms of whether it's picture, whether it's sound. So we've now going back to the early days of Nigerian cinema, where we're really making films that are really thought-provoking and are really universal. And so for me, what I see the future of Nigerian cinema is that we're going to continue making really great films. And right now, with the coming of Netflix and Amazon and all of these international companies, so you are now working directly with a studio, the Hollywood studio company. So they want you to tell stories at really that level. So for me, I think that we're just going to keep getting stronger, and a lot of young people now are getting trained, and we have a lot of training programs around the country. So yeah, recently, if you look at a film like maybe Oloture, for instance, and how it went really, it has gone global, and now there's a Yimofe, which was taken by Janus Films, and it's part of Criterion Collection, which is really huge. So I think that is the level that Nigerian films are going to get. That's the direction of Nigerian films going to the future.
And on Spotlight today is music upstart David Kent, also known as South Boy, the undergraduate of business administration from the Bayero University in Kano State, signed his first professional music contract under Juggernaut Entertainment before he made his premiere appearance before the media. Baby should know that I'm alright. Baby should know that I'm mercy. And I was baby should know that we alright. Proud for you all night with me. I'll never leave. Everything
I've been into music now for 3 years now. So my first introduction, like I did an song, like trying to build everything, my career and all that. I started singing from church, like from the choir. From there, I developed interest in music, and after I started listening to some inspiration, so I see music as something like whenever I'm stressed, I try to pour out my feelings and emotions into it. So I love Apple Pop a lot. Yeah, that's my brand. Yeah, I love rap too. I love rap, but recently the rap industry is like declining, it's going down. So we have to like music is like a business. So you have to give to the consumers what they actually want. So that's why. Like the journey so far has been really hard, really very difficult. I had to do so many things, go through so many challenges, obstacles. Like I remembered when I was performing on stage, how my music went off and I was asked to. So many things happened, so many disappointments I faced along the line. So I just thank God I keep on elevating every day. Man, I feel so much grace. Like I was not expecting such something like this. Like when I started, I was not expecting to be under a record label. I was just doing my thing. So luckily for me, the expectation, I'm very happy for everybody turning out today and all that. So big shout out to everyone. Yeah, the inspiration behind my new song is about a girl which I was kind of into. So, but she was like playing with me, my feelings and emotions because I had nothing to offer. I'm a young boy from the ghetto, from the streets, like from the scrap. So she was just like, yeah. So she actually like broke my heart. So she broke my heart. From there, I was like kind of in a bad mood. So that day in the morning, I was just waking up and started putting up into the song and trying to do everything. Then talking about now, do you know me now? I'm upgrading to a different kind of level now. Now show mommy, do you know me? Because I don't know you anymore again.